What's up, everyone? My name is Aaron. This is Dad.0. So I've been using the Huawei Honor Band for about a week now, and I just wanted to give you guys my initial thoughts, impressions, and do a quick review on it. Now, there are a lot of competitors in this budget fitness band category, but one thing you'll notice the moment you open this up is just how big the screen size is on this Huawei Honor Band 6. And not only is it big compared to its competitors at 1.47 inches, but it's also a really great display. It's AMOLED with a 194 by 368 pixel count. And because it's AMOLED, it has these beautiful colors, it gets nice and bright, can easily be seen in any sort of sunlight. And it's covered in Gorilla Glass. Now that should help it make it be more scratch resistant, but you can see I already have a really long scratch on this after just a week of usage. So with the larger display, you're going to have to be a little bit more careful to not bump this into things. Otherwise, you might get a lot of scratches on this. On the side of the device, you have the single physical button. On the bottom, you have the heart rate sensor and the SpO2 sensor. And then on the other side, you just have the Honor logo engraved. The band is nice and light, it's rubber, it's great for working out, it won't absorb any sort of water, and they are interchangeable, so you can buy different bands from Huawei directly or you can find them online. So let's recap some of the main features of this fitness tracker, and then I'll go more in depth on how you use these features. The Honor Band 6 is rated at 2 weeks of battery life for moderate usage and 10 days for heavy users. It has smart 24-hour heart rate monitoring, it has female cycle monitoring, and it also has an SpO2 sensor. It has 10 different types of workouts that it can track, and it has auto recognition for when a workout is started. It also has in-depth sleep monitoring and smartphone notifications for both iOS and Android. Also, it has stress level management and guided breathing. It has Bluetooth 5.0 and is rated at 5 ATM waterproof. So let's talk about how you use these features and how accurate they have been for me in the week I've been using it. To turn on the display, you can either do the raise to wake feature where you actually turn your wrist and look at the watch and it'll turn on the display, or you could press the button on the side to turn on the display. Once the display is on, you can use your finger to kind of navigate through your summaries, you can access your notifications, and you can access quick settings. Pulling down on the screen, you can access some quick settings. You can do a do not disturb. You can change how long the display will stay on. There is no always on setting here, but you can keep the display on for up to 20 minutes. You can find your phone. You can set an alarm or go into more in-depth settings. Pulling up on the screen will bring up your notifications from your smartphone. These are totally customizable in the Huawei Health app. You can decide which notifications you want to be sent to your Honor Band 6 and which ones you don't. And when you get a notification, the band will vibrate, but it won't actually turn on until you turn your wrist to look at it. That's when it will display the notification. Swiping to the left or right will just bring you a summary and quick information. For instance, it'll bring up your daily activity tracking. If you keep swiping, you can get to weather, you can get to Alipay, which is the NFC payment technology that this band uses. And you can also see your current heart rate, your resting heart rate, and kind of a graph of how your heart rate has been trending throughout the day. Now, this is the way it is out of the box, but you can easily add and remove these quick summaries and information in the settings app that I'll show you in just a second. Now, pressing on the button will bring up a full list of all the widgets available. The first is the workout widget. This is where you can actually select between one of the 10 workouts available and track your workouts. You can also easily set goals for your workouts. So if you want to go a certain distance or for a certain amount of time or burn a certain amount of calories, you can set all those goals. There is no onboard GPS on this Honor Band 6, but it does have connected GPS. So if you bring your phone, you can get a GPS tracking of your workout. And I've used both the connected GPS workouts and just indoor workouts, and both seem to be fairly accurate at tracking. The connected GPS followed my route perfectly, and my indoor runs on my Peloton tread are very close to the summary that I get right on the treadmill itself. And you can view your workout history in the next widget down, which is your workout history. So you can see all the workouts that you've done and get a summary of how many calories you burned, how long you worked out, and the distance that you went. And depending on the type of the workout, you can get a lot more information about that workout, including in-depth heart rate information. The next widget is your heart rate, which you can get information about what your heart rate has done throughout the day, your resting heart rate, and then how long you've spent in different heart rate zones. The next widget is the SpO2 sensor, and this can be used on demand. The SpO2 sensor has become a really hot feature to be added to most smartwatches and fitness bands. It'll track your blood oxygen saturation. and just give you a better idea of your overall respiratory health. And I've used this at least once per day, and overall I think the readings are very accurate. I also have a separate medical grade SpO2 sensor that I've compared this to, and the readings are very close to one another. The next widget is your activity records. This will show you your activity tracking throughout the day. Here you can keep an eye on how many active minutes you've had, how many steps you've taken, how many calories you've burned, and just keep an eye on how you're trending throughout the week. The next widget is the sleep, and you can see how long you slept in this widget, but if you want to get more in-depth sleep tracking of the stages of sleep that you're in, you'll have to go into the Huawei app. The next widget is your stress level, and there's an algorithm-based number that'll provide you that you can keep track of in this widget, and it'll show you how your stress management has been going over time. The next app is guided breathing for mindfulness and to help manage stress. And then you have some self-explanatory widgets like notifications, weather, timer, alarms, find my phone, flashlight, and then you have the settings app. And when you click on the settings, the first option is the display. Here you can change a lot of different settings for the display. You can change watch faces, and here's where you can actually adjust your favorites that you want on that summary. The next setting is vibration, and you can actually adjust the strength of the vibration here. The next setting is Do Not Disturb, where you can set schedules for when you don't want to be disturbed. And then the next setting is the workout setting. You can turn on the auto detect workouts, where it'll auto detect running, walking, elliptical, and rowing workouts. The rest of the settings are pretty self-explanatory. You have the system setting, which you can turn the band on and off or reset it to factory settings. There's a help setting, and then there's about setting, which will just give you basic information about the device. So overall, after using this for a week, I really like this fitness band, especially for the price. And I mean, the thing that really stands out that everyone's going to notice is that display. That 1.47 AMOLED display is just a gorgeous display. It's nice and responsive. It's very bright. It's very colorful. And for the price, this is probably the best display you're going to get on a fitness tracker. I've also found this to be very accurate. I've compared this to my Apple Watch. I've compared it to the stats on my treadmill. Everything seems to be very, very accurate so far. And not only just for activity tracking, but heart rate data and SpO2 data seem to be very accurate as well. The sleep monitoring is a really nice touch too. I love keeping track of my sleep and what zones I'm in throughout the night. Battery life has also been as stated. After a week of usage, I'm at roughly 50%. That's with tracking at least one 30-minute workout every single day and all notifications sent to my wrist. The only thing I really question here is the durability. Like I said, I have a long scratch on the display after only a week of usage. And with the larger display on the Honor Band 6, it might be more prone to getting bumped into things or getting scratched easily. So something to keep in mind if you're thinking about buying this. Also, no voice assistant on this band. I know some of the other budget fitness bands out there do come with a voice assistant, whether that's Amazon Alexa or Google Home. But other than that, it's a really awesome band, and I would highly recommend it. So if you're interested in it, I'll put a link in the description below. If you like this video, press that like button, consider subscribing. I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks, and I'll catch you in the next video.